Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Job Shop USA. My name is Keith and I'm your host. This is my shop. I've just recently finished up on a little project and it's Saturday and I want to go ahead and switch things over, and I call it Weekend Warrior, but let's hope it's not too much of a warrior episode here. I've recently acquired a 2011 Cadillac STS. Got a sweet deal on it, and one of the things that car doesn't have is a backup camera. And I've done some research. I bought a couple cameras. I've already sent a couple back, and a roundabout way I have what I believe is going to be a system that is going to put a backup camera on my main screen with the nav system. And so I have a BOYO bar camera, LED lights, and I also picked up a kit that plugs into the back of the nav system, and with a computer and a bypass it will bring the backup camera on the main screen. So we've already started our project a little bit out there. We've at least pulled our molding off and pulled the unit out. There was only 4 bolts holding it, and we're getting ready to run out there and put the jumper in is our first step, and then we have to put the camera in. But we'll be able to put the jumper in and then test it, test our theory, and then after that then we can go through the lengthy process of running the wire on up to where we need to plug it in. And I'll show you how I'm putting a backup camera in my Cadillac STS on the main screen. All right, let's go do it. Okay, there she is. We got the trunk open because we'll be playing with the camera on the back, and I've already pulled the shroud off around, or the trim around the instrument here, and we've already pulled our plugs on the back. Now there's 2 matching color codes there, so you see that we have a brown and a gray, and the passenger side is a brown and the driver's side is a gray, and we're going to be putting the jumper in right there. All right, so jumper, we got brown, gray, and male, female. So we're just taking the GM plugs, unplugging the GM plugs, inserting this kit into it, and then we'll be connecting a adapter to our little brain box. GM box is what they got on there, and we were made in the USA. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and brown one goes over here. That's plugged in, and the gray one, same thing. Okay, plugged in. Okay, now plug the socket into here. Same thing here. That one went all the way in. just want to make sure. Okay, all right. Both of them are all the way in. And now the jumper will go in here and there, and then a little brain box here. There we go. Okay, now we just need to plan out and tuck this all the way back in there. I do have one wire I had to unplug because that gives you a little more room to bring this out. And of course, I have a protection here on my nice shift knob there, and it sets up here nice and pretty. All right, we're gonna get this tucked in. I'm gonna run a test now. This is the camera that I temporarily put back here so I could do some testing on setups here, and I wanted to confirm wiring paths and how I found out about being able to do this. All right, my dash is all put back together. In the console, there's a video input. All right, and that video can play videos on the screen, but it's locked out when you put it in gear. And I confirmed all of that because I have a small monitor that came over there, and this is a wireless receiver for the camera on the back. So through the testing, I was able to do that. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Okay. All right, now I've already gone into my menu. There we go. Okay, I went into my menu in auxiliary, and in auxiliary you have a video set up here, and it's reading right now because I'm plugged in with that camera. And then you pull it in reverse, and we're looking into the back of my shop because I'm backed up to the shop there, and it has your parking lines and everything else. The camera angle and all of that. It's got a, I got sun brightness here, so back in park. All right, you don't have it. And then you can click back over here, and then you're in your navigation. So you can put it in reverse, hit your auxiliary, and you got view on the back, so you can back up. All right, so I have it connection, and I do have it reading when I go ahead and shift into reverse. Okay, we're gonna get our other camera logged on and get our wire run. And I got new license plate frame. I picked out a stainless steel one to accent the camera. I like how the camera comes down here, so you got the full visual of the plate here. I haven't adjusted the angle yet on that. We'll do that later on, but everything is all set, and I still have room to go ahead and get my hands underneath there and unlock the lid. My wiring's all joined in, so I'm tagged in with the brake lights, and this is the video line heading up, and I followed the path all the way over and ran it all the way through, and it come down through the junction from the hood. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get in here, and we're gonna get it all the way into the inside of the car there. I am moving along pretty good now. I've got the cover back on the lid, and I started pulling all the walls out of the inside here. Found that that's the Bose sound system over there, and we have another computer system over here, and the walls now are all bare, okay? And that wasn't, it really wasn't hard to take this apart, okay? So anyway, we have our wire that we just gotta run on in there. So we're gonna follow a chase of the wires, and we're gonna come down, and I think we want to come down right around where that unit is right there, and I'm gonna show you why. Because I popped out the back seat, the bottom of the back seat, which just lifted up, and one plug on the seat, and this is where that wires come down from that box in there. Once it comes down into here, I just need to get to the center console, and then I'll be able to plug that jack into the video port in the console. That's my destination. So there's just a little bit of carpet that I'd have to run it underneath to get it over there. I'll get inside, probably come in through the bottom of the little cubby, and we'll be at our destination. We've run our wire, comes in there, goes over with that cluster, goes down along there. You can see the zip ties sticking out. I'm not going to cut them out. Goes over there, and then directly under that gray support crossover there, it angles down on the foam side. I put it on the other side there. I figured it doesn't need to come across anything metal, and that leaves everything to be able to snap back in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the interior back in here, which that's just a couple pieces, and actually it's unbelievably simple. And really it's just a couple little pops, but it actually even holds its own shape there and its own pad, and then here's the rear seat. So I'm going to go ahead and get those in. We're all set. We're all put back together as far as we're going to go until we pull the driver's seat out here to do some work on the gearing underneath on the raise. So right now I have it in video mode. Okay, I could go over here to navigation, and we're on navigation. We hit aux, just puts it back in video, and that's when your camera works. Okay, so there's the camera view there. But let's go ahead, let's take it on out of here so that we can, I don't have my seatbelt on, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you. Let's see if we can. Okay, because I wanted to show that even the curved lines operate with the camera. Pretty cool. And coming back up against the building, right about there, it'll beep. Alright, so you have your backup warning. Now we have navigation, and we also have a backup camera on our main screen in our Cadillac 2011 STS. What a treat when your goal actually becomes reality, and your outcome is maybe even exceeding a little bit more than you thought it would be. I've got that wire ran all the way up to the driver's side, crossing underneath the carpet. Now I have to pull that driver's seat out again to go ahead and rebuild the gearbox for the forward seat lift on there, which I had apart when I put the upholstery on the redid the upholstery on the bottom of that seat there. And I'm waiting for the switch bezel, which somebody had tried to pull that off before and broke all the keepers, the pins that hold the thing in place. So I'm kind of waiting for that to come in. So right now the video cable goes all the way up and underneath the seat, but it goes to the center console, and then I just have it going over and inside the lid. So when I pull that seat off, I'll go ahead and pull the bolts on that side of the console, which you got to get to underneath the carpet. And then I'll go ahead and I'll run the wire inside from the bottom, and you won't see any wires at all. And that'll be the finishing touches of that job. But I was happy from tailgate to center console. I got it going, and outcome really good. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Job Shop USA. Get it done.